Hey everyone, welcome into March of 1997. This has been an incredible series so far. I cannot believe we're already into the year of 1997. This has absolutely flown by. I can't believe all the changes we've made on this farm, and I'm just very, very happy with how everything has gone. Even the challenging moments have been well worth it. Now, we didn't do much this winter. We just fed cattle, and you can see we're down to 122 head in this barn. And that's because we've moved a whole bunch of yearlings that were ready to be weaned down into our fat cattle lot. That's becoming kind of an issue. Game-wise, it's fine, but just aesthetically, it's bothering me that there's such a mix in that pen. So I do want to put up a new pen and address a few things around the farm this year. I'm really hoping to get it done this spring. As you can see, we're at $125,000, almost $126,000. And that's because we're making a pretty good profit just off of our milk. Not having that tractor payment and planter payment that, anymore is really, really helping us. So we've got 3 loads of feed we need to get hauled here. And we're going to go ahead and get those hauled, get our milk sold just like we normally do. And then we have a lot of cattle that we need to get sold this month as well. As far as field work, there's really nothing going on. So it's going to be a pretty short month this month. Just basically feeding cattle like we have all winter and then selling off a whole lot of cattle. But we've also had a whole lot of babies born this year, or this winter, I should say. Our Herefords have calved, and they're doing absolutely wonderful. So when we get over there to feed them, I will catch up with you guys so we can check out all the new baby Herefords. All right, we are over here at our Hereford pen, and you can see there's little baby calves running around all over in here. We've got 15 in total. We've got, I believe it was 6 bull calves and 9 heifer calves. And there's one, I believe it's just one heifer that is infertile because she was a twin. But all in all, they're doing quite well. And you can see this is filling up, quite quickly here with all these little babies in here. So I'm very, very happy with how this Hereford pen is going. Now that we've got them, kind of figured out, got them all calving the way I want them to. So I'm very, very happy here. So we'll move on here and get to our Holsteins. And you can see when we pull around the corner here, there's just a mix match disaster in here of animals of all different sizes and ages here. Now, part of that is going to be fixed this month because we're going to sell off quite a few head. I do believe there's a lot that are ready in this pen. There's also our fat Herefords that are ready to go. So that pen will now be empty. So that's going to be one less pen that we need to feed every month. But this pen is definitely bothering me with there being little calves, juveniles and full-growns in here. Game-wise, it really, truly does not matter. It's just an aesthetic thing for me. So I'm going to go ahead and spend the money this year to put up a 4th pen. That way we can kind of do some yearlings for the Holsteins here, and with the Herefords, we're already kind of splitting them out, and it'll be way better now that I've got them all calving at the same time. So that one's kind of taken care of, and will be easy to go, or easy to take care of. So we are now officially ready to go ahead and sell our milk. So I'll get the truck loaded and catch up to you guys. All right, now that we've got all of our cattle fed, we've got the semi loaded up with 6,056 gallons of milk here. So we'll get this run into the creamery, get it sold off, and adjust the price accordingly. All right, we're down here at the creamery, so we'll go ahead and get this milk sold off. And we need to take back $90. All right, so that puts us at $142,867. Very, very happy with that. It's very awesome being able to sell our milk and make that much profit and have that much money in our bank account. It's not very often I have money like that in our bank account because I typically spend it as soon as I have it. But we're about to go make some more because we're going to go sell off a bunch of cattle. All right, we're starting off with our Herefords here. So we'll get these guys run down to the sale barn and get them sold off, and then we'll come back, load up with our Holsteins, and get them sold off. All right, we're down here at the sale barn, so we'll go ahead and get these 4 Herefords sold off here. All right, and we need to take back $7,848. So we're at $146,870, and we're going to head back home, load up with the Holsteins, and bring them down here to get them sold as well. All right, and we got our trailer filled with Holsteins. I don't even know if I'll be able to pull this, to be honest. We've got 23 of them on here. Definitely not realistic, and I think we're going to need to invest in a bull rack here pretty soon so that we can haul cattle with our semi, because we're definitely getting to the point where we have way too many to be putting on a stock trailer like this. But we're going to go ahead and run these guys down to the sale barn and get them sold off anyway. All right, we're down here at the sale barn, so we'll go ahead and get these guys sold off here. All right, and we need to take off $28,414. So that brings us to a grand total of $169,881. And that's about it for the month of March. We don't have really anything else to do. We can't plant anything. All of our fields are prepped and readied. So all we have left is we need to buy seed yet, and we need to buy herbicide. And all of our other inputs are already taken care of. They're taken care of this fall. So we're sitting very, very well here. So I will catch up to you guys in April when we're ready to do some planting. Welcome into April, everyone. We're starting the month off like we always do, doing our morning chores here. We've got 2 loads of feed we need to get hauled, and we've got some straw that needs to get hauled up into our dairy barn. Got milk that needs to get sold, and then we can get straight into planting after that. It's going to be a very exciting month. We've expanded one field quite a bit. I'm pretty excited for it. So we've got plenty to get done here, and well, it's a beautiful month, and I can't wait to get into it here. So we'll get all of our chores done, and I'll catch up to you guys when we're ready to sell off our milk. All right, we've got 4,602 gallons of milk. So we'll get this hauled down to the creamery and adjust the price accordingly. All right, we're down here at the creamery, so we'll go ahead and get this milk sold off. All right, and we need to take off $125. So that puts us at a grand total of $174,871. So we're now ready to head back to the home place and get the 7250 and the planter out and get to planting our corn. All right, we got the planter ready, and we're going to get it fired up, get it dropped down, and get to planting corn. We're going to start up here in our new-ish home north field. You know, we did quite a bit of expanding here. This runs all the way across over to the main highway. So I can't wait to see, you know, how much, you know, A, seed we go through, and B, how long it takes to get this field planted. And also, you know, this is the field we're going to be chopping silage in this year. So, you know, all in all, I'm very excited for this. Cannot wait to get this field done. Can't wait for harvest. But one step at a time, we got to get planting done first. All right, we are coming up to the end of planting here in our first field. Gone through about 40%, or pretty close to 40% of our seed. But yeah, that went pretty smooth. Took a while. Took, you know, probably about an hour there. But all in all, very happy. I'm very excited for this field, and it is definitely much bigger than what I honestly realized. So yeah, this is going to be great moving forward here. Our farm is really, really expanded. We're starting to really farm a lot of acres now. So we'll get folded up so we can get down our driveway and get into the main home place farm, and that's going to be switched over to corn this year. And that'll be it for our corn. Our two southern fields will be beans this year again. So we'll go ahead and finish up this corn planting. And this big field, you know, this one definitely takes a few hours. So hopefully we'll have it done by noon. That's my goal anyway. All right, it is 11 o'clock in the morning, and we've got all of our corn planted. And as you can see, I've got Grandpa in the sprayer, and he's rolling in the field trying to, you know, save some time here and kill two birds with one stone. But we've also got the planter all switched over to beans, so we'll go ahead and get it fired up, drop it down, and get going on our beans. We've got two fields left here that we're going to be planting, and they're both going to be beans. Shouldn't take too terribly long. These are two of the easier fields to get planted here. So we'll hammer these out, and I will catch up to you guys when we get all of our planting finished here. All right, all of our planting and spraying is officially done. We got done way faster by doing both at the same time. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm really, really happy with where we're at. So this lets me know moving forward, we can definitely expand as far as, you know, doing our spring field work. Now, doing the harvest, on the other hand, yeah, I'm not sure we're going to be able to expand much farther than where we're at. But I might just go ahead and risk it anyway. But we can't for now because I have other plans for the $168,000 that we have. And we're down to $168,000 because I ran short on herbicide. Our new field expansion there for the home north field was a little more acres than I thought, so we ended up running short. Not a big deal. At least this time it wasn't a big deal because, you know, of how much money we have. So we're going to go ahead and get the sprayer put away. I've already got the tractor and planter put away. And I will see you guys in May. Welcome into May, everyone. It is a beautiful rainy morning, so we're going to go ahead and get all of our chores taken care of here. We've got 3, maybe 4 loads of feed we got to get hauled here. We got some cattle we need to move out of our dairy barn and down into our fat cattle lot. And we've got alfalfa to hay this month. I should say alfalfa to mow and turn into hay. And we've got soybeans to sell this month. So with the rain, we're going to go ahead and get our chores done, get our milk sold, and then move into selling our soybeans right away and wait out this rain. Hopefully it stops here pretty soon. And once, you know, hopefully once we're done hauling all of our soybeans and getting all of those sold, we can go ahead and get the mower out and start mowing down our alfalfa. So I'm going to go ahead and get all these chores done, and I'll catch up to you guys when we're ready to sell off our milk. All right, we've got 3,533 gallons of milk on. So we'll get this run down to the creamery, get it sold off, and adjust the price accordingly. And as we drive down the highway here, you can see our cornfields look absolutely fantastic. No weeds, every corn plant looks like it came up. I don't see any skips. Looks like I did a pretty good job here. All right, we're down here at the creamery, so we'll go ahead and get this milk sold off. And we need to add $900. All right, so that puts us at $171,356. That's a pretty good start for the day, if you ask me. So we're going to go ahead back to the home place here, get this milk trailer unhooked, put a little diesel in the truck, hook up to the hopper, and start hauling our soybeans down to the co-op. All right, we got our first load of soybeans on the trailer here. So we'll get this run down to the co-op and get it sold off. All right, we're getting pulled into the co-op here, getting ready to sell off our beans, and we are selling these for $8.39 a bushel. So we'll go ahead and get these sold off and adjust the price accordingly. All right, we need to take back $49,976. So that puts us at $181,048. So we'll head back to the home place here, make this trip a few more times, and it's not going to be as many times as with corn. We're definitely not going to have that many loads, but we are going to have quite a few. I'm guessing maybe 10-ish. So I'll catch up to you guys on the last load, and hopefully by then, this rain has quit. All right, we're getting pulled in here at the co-op with our last load of soybeans, and it has finally stopped raining, so that's very, very good. Now we'll go ahead and get this load sold off. We've got 680 bushels on here, and we need to take back $30,079. So that puts us at $286,234. So we'll head back to the home place, get the mower out, and start knocking down our alfalfa. All right, we got all of our alfalfa mowed down. We got it all raked and tedded, and we are now ready to bale. So we'll go ahead and get this baler fired up, get it dropped down. Bale counter is reset. And I genuinely have no idea how many bales we're going to get off this field. I'm guessing, kind of hoping anyway, for at least 200, maybe a little more. Genuinely unsure, so we'll go ahead and get all of this baled up and see how many bales we end up with at the end. All right, we're rolling up here on the end. Finally getting all of our hay baled up here. And we're sitting at 205 bales. Don't think this will be enough. I'm like 90% sure this won't be enough to make another bale. So yeah, 205 bales off of this field. That's awesome. I was hoping for 200. We got 205. So very, very happy with that. Not going to complain one bit. But now we got to get all these bales picked up, and that is going to take a bit. But we're going to go ahead and call this an episode. So if you guys like what you're seeing, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode.